ODIs? How's it feel?
It feels good. Obviously, when you probably look back as a young guy first playing for your country, it's not something you really think about. But being around for a while now and sort of getting to this achievement, it means a lot to me. I never thought I'd play this much for Australia. To be playing 100th ODI, I'll have my family here, my wife, my son, and my parents. So it's going to be a nice occasion.
And I'm guessing November last year in India was probably the highlight of your ODI career so far.
Yeah, definitely. Winning the World Cup, I've said it many times. It's hard to top. It was a great feeling. That feels like a long time ago now. It all moves on really quickly. So 100th ODI. Got a fairly new, young crew that you saw in the T20s. A couple of the older faces back, but it's nice.
And we spoke in Scotland about the 2020 tour here and how you were proud of your efforts on that tour to establish yourself in this side. Does it feel a bit of full circle coming back here to play your 100th ODI?
A little bit. I mean, looking back on the 2020 tour here, it was a little bit different. COVID, the lockdown, so it's nice to be. This is my first proper tour of England where you're kind of going from stadium, travelling on the bus or the train and playing the next day. So it's going to be a bit of a grind the next 10 days. It's going to be tough for the body and the mind, but I'm looking forward to it.
Anyone else? Questions for Adam? Congratulations on the 100. As someone that's played 100 ODIs, and obviously we see it from a very British perspective, do you feel that in Australian circles that there's still that draw to play for Australia above all else? Again, the cricket world's changed during your career, latterly. Is there still that draw, or are you concerned that the balance has shifted where people in the future might not necessarily get to 100 ODI caps?
It's a really good question. I think there's been a lot of questions about the ODI format and what that looks going forward. In terms of playing for Australia and that drive, I think every young guy coming through still thinks that's the be all and end all. There's obviously those other opportunities in terms of franchise cricket, and that's good. I think there's been a lot said about how it's a saturated market, but I think all these different competitions gives other guys opportunities, whether it's guys who have just played a little bit of BBL or a bit of Blast or whatever. There's opportunities to go and improve yourself at different franchise levels, even if they are going on at the same time, which seems to be the case at the moment. But I mean, it feels like playing for your country is still the priority. I agree with you. I don't know what it's going to look like in the next few years, particularly with this format, but I feel like ODI cricket's still a really good format. I still enjoy playing it, and I think a lot of young guys coming through still see it as a good opportunity to play for your country.
What for you holds that together? What is it about playing for that ensures that people still want to do it above all else?
The feeling of playing for your country and still winning for your country beats playing franchise cricket and winning franchise cricket. I mean, I experienced the 100. It was great. I loved playing it, and winning at the end is a bonus. But it hits different when you play for your country. When you win World Cups, still got that drive to win many more.
You talk about the World Cup in India has been the sort of pinnacle. What has the rivalry with England meant to you over the years? You've had some really good days against England. I've spoken to you after matches plenty of times. You're the man put up, which means you've had a good day. What's that England rivalry meant to you?
Yeah, it's important. I think rivalry in any sport, it kind of gives it that depth to the games, and you see with the Ashes, it's a little bit different to this series in particular. But I mean, rivalry is important. The one against England's always great. It was disappointing that we got washed out in Manchester. It would have been nice to go through to that decider. Winning and beating England is always a good feeling. So, disappointing to end that one in a draw. But we've got another opportunity in the next 5 games to hopefully go home with a trophy. But the rivalry is always great, especially against England.
And with that in mind, it does seem with some of the success you've had in white ball cricket an anomaly that we haven't seen you sort of step into Test cricket, try an Ashes out. Jamie Smith was saying just the other day he's seeing this series as a chance to almost lay a bit of a marker on and sort of with a view to playing in the Ashes series. Is that something that's anywhere in the back of your mind that could come?
No, not really, mate. Realistically, probably not going to play in an Ashes in my career, and I'm okay with that. People ask me about Test cricket, and I've still got a bit of drive to play that. But in terms of playing in England or playing in Australia against England, I don't think it's a possibility.
Adam, not as many ODIs played these days in decades past. Where do you sort of think you can get to in terms of number? You're looking at 2027 and beyond.
Oh yeah, haven't really thought about it that much. While I'm enjoying playing for Australia, while I feel like I'm bowling good enough and want to improve, then I'll just continue to roll through. I really love playing for this group under this coaching staff. While I'm enjoying it, there's no reason to think about an end date, I don't think.